Welcome back everyone to my second Let's Play of Final Fantasy I for the Nintendo Entertainment System played on the Wii Virtual Console. It's time for Albert, Beez, Chip, and Nichols to head back to the Gurgu Volcano and take on Kary, the Fiend of Fire. So, I just want to go around here and look, yeah, the rat tail is gone, so I guess after you go to Bahamut, you give him the rat tail, and he must take it back to the castle and place it in that treasure box for, you know, future dragons to test their courage. So, but even though it was pretty hard to get through the castle ordeals for our party, Bahamut can probably do it solo based on how tough he is in like future games. So he's always a boss, so that means he has instant defeat, you know, immunity, so he can't be KO'd by like the death touch that the sorcerers have, and he always uses Mega Flare, which is like a hit-all non-elemental attack. So yeah, Bahamut can probably take the castle ordeals even by himself. So, but I'm actually going to return back to where Bahamut was. I noticed in my last video that I missed talking with one dragon, so I'm going to swing back there. So I'm going to swing back to the Castle Ordeals anyway, because there's a few monsters that I missed there that I'm not too scared about fighting now that, you know, I've got some new equipment and abilities with my characters. And I can also show off how to get to the Castle Ordeals with the airship, because if you're going by you know, the standard guide and maybe Nintendo Power's guide, you don't go to the Castle Ordeals until after you get the airship. So it's a little bit of a different way to get there. You have to land further to the west and then hike over, further to the east and then hike over to the west. So, but got a trap tile here, the Agama. The worm was the trap tile on the other chest. So Agmas are a pretty good source of experience. They're a pretty weak enemy, but their experience that they give is on par with dragons. So when I was doing my grinding up to level 50 for my last party, I ended up grinding in the Gurgu Volcano. There's two chests in another floor, and both of them have Agamas as trap tiles, so you can just go up and down, up and down, up and down, keeps attacking the Agamas, and by the time you get pretty high level, you can take them out in one hit. A lot of people grind on the eye in the ice cave, but he can still sometimes go first and knock you out with one of those spells that he has, the instant defeat spell. So we get our second ice sword, so we'll end up just selling that flame sword. I think it's a little stronger than the cat claw, but it doesn't have that same amount of hit percentage, so it'll reduce Chip and Nichols' amount of hits that they do with their attacks by one. So, and we get a flame shield that'll go on to our ninja that has the ice armor, so that'll give them protection from fire and ice. So yeah, that'll go on to Nichols down there. The ice gives him protection from fire, flame gives him protection from ice. So, eventually when we get the flame mail, that'll end up replacing Chip's gold bracelet. So, eventually most of my characters will have pretty much all the elemental resistances. So, there's the ultimate helmet is the ribbon. It doesn't give a lot of physical defense, but it gives elemental protection. Unfortunately, there's only 3 of them in the game, but the way that Beez has a bunch of equipment, or any knight has a lot of equipment, they can get a lot of resistances to spells. So Beez will end up not having that ribbon. But I just went back. I totally forgot if I got that last chest. I want to make sure I got all the chests, so obviously I saw that I got it in the recording here, but at the time, I just wanted to be safe. So the trap tile is interesting here. It's actually in the middle here. So you could avoid it entirely by just walking, avoiding that little step where the two treasure chests kind of cross. It reminds me of Final Fantasy Legend 1, where you had to find the orb in the second major world. You had to find where the spheres crossed with Shibayu. So go check out that playthrough if you like. That was with Princess Prin Prin. Princess and Prin Prin. She was my special needs rat that I had, along with she came with Princess Celestia. Oh, Princess Sarissa. They were both rescued from the mouse rescue, and they wanted me to take Prin Prin because she was special needs. So that's on the linked treasure chest. It links to, I think, one of the treasure chests on the far left. And we got the room where I end up getting the flame shield, and I'm not entirely sure, but it usually is empty. So this is that room I was talking about where there's Agamas in front of each of these treasure chests. So I said you can defeat the Agamas very, very quickly by the time you're at the level that you can beat the game, which is usually around like level 30ish or so. I might be a little bit higher because like I said, I'll be farming all the enemies. So, and that includes those 1 out of 64 enemies, so I might just be a little bit, but yeah, usually, if you're just fighting all the enemies and not really running, 30ish is close to where you'll end up being, so. But at that point, yeah, you'll be pretty much knocking out the Agamas in one hit. So it's a quick way to gain experience, and you need to have it quick because I think it took like 1,000 Agamas based on the amount of experience each Agama gives, and the max amount of experience that you can get. Max level in this game is 50. A lot in future Final Fantasies it tends to be 99, but this one is 50. And the next game, Final Fantasy 2, doesn't even have levels. So I'll be starting that one as soon as this one's over. So probably at the beginning of next year, maybe at the end of this year. We'll see. Maybe I might just do a smaller game in between to start the new year off with a new game. So another Agama trap tile. This is a unique room. It has 2 trap tiles. One in front of those candles, and then we have another one right here in front of this treasure chest. Now this room, this floor is where the Fiend is at, and Kary, the Fiend of Fire, is in the lower left corner. The only room that has any treasure in it is this one, but I'm gonna just show off all the other rooms because I want to find an enemy in here. I have to still fight one enemy that's pretty common in on this floor, the Red Giant. So now ice and see, we roasted. Chip will have the ice shield to give him fire resistance, and the flame mail to give him ice resistance. So, yep, both Chip and Nichols now have ice and fire resistance and death resistance because of the pro ring. So now all they need is like lightning resistance, but they'll get that when they get the ribbons. So, and we'll be getting ribbons kind of shortly. The next there's one in the next elemental dungeon, and there's another small dungeon that has a ribbon in it. So we could have actually got that ribbon early. As soon as you get the airship, you can go get a ribbon. Because the one dungeon, the short dungeon, is the waterfall, and that's accessible as soon as you get the airship. But we're not really directed to go to the waterfall, so like I said, in this playthrough, I'm just basically going how the game kind of intends you to go. So, yeah, I did a little sequence break in there by going to the Castle of Ordeals, but for the most part, I'm doing things in the order. I'm not gonna go to the waterfall until somebody kind of tells us to go there. See, all these rooms are empty. Most don't even have treasure chests, and treasure chests they do have are all empty. So, but like I said, we have some new enemies that we want to fight, including this one, the Cerebus there. He's like the red hyena. He's hanging out with his good buddy, the Wizard Ogre. He's usually, you should see in the Wizard Ogres with the hyenas and the green ogres. I guess he got an upgrade. He got a new pet. So, enjoying my time with my new pet princess, Princess Guinevere. Adopted a little over a week ago. So, maybe she'll take up the mantle of doing video game playthroughs like Princess Sarissa did for the Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta. We got that coming up again next year, late June, early July, usually when it pops up. So this year will be an interesting one. Should be much easier than last one. I had a thief, my first class, and then a berserker as the second class. And it was really funny. I was reading some stuff online, and they were talking about like the thief is kind of the worst one to get at the beginning because it's not really good in combat, and it's more like a utility class. And like, if you get a thief first, pray that you don't get a berserker second, which is what I got. So no, but next one coming up is Knight, Bard, Red Mage, and Samurai. So Knight for the Wind Crystal, Red Mage for the Blue Crystal, Water Crystal. Bard is the Fire Crystal, and then Samurai is the Oath Crystal, so all pretty good jobs. So got some good physical attackers with the Knight and the Samurai. The Red Mage gives good magic support, and the Bard is also a good support class. One of the few classes that can lock down Omega with the Bard song, so might actually have an easy time with Omega this year. Next year, the next Fiesta. So I'll be playing for once again for another rat rescue, small angel rescue. They're not just rats, but all small little animals. So like how I did 2 years ago for rabbit and small animal rescue. So, but I'm trying to find that red giant here. Like I said, right in that doorway is the Fiend of Fire. So, it'll be similar to Lich. We'll see the orb, and then we'll just have to talk with the orb, and that'll spawn the Fiend. Kary can be pretty tough. One way to make Kary a little bit easier is if I would have went to the Waterfall dungeon. There's a staff in there, the Wizard Staff, and that casts the Confuse spell when used as an item. And Kary is actually susceptible to status effects. So you can confuse Kary so that she may not attack you, she might attack herself. So, and Kary is a much more physical fiend than Lich. Lich is kind of a spellcaster. Kary, you'll notice her sprite, it's like a snake lady. And she has 6 arms, so she has 6 attacks. So she can hurt pretty bad if she, hits you with all those attacks. So we don't have a white mage to cast the ruse spell to build our resistance up. Is it you, the tinder that defeated the Fiend of Earth and disturbed my sleep? I, Kary, will now show you the force of fire, and you shall burn in its flames. Yep, we're just going to have to rely on our heavy steel armor to protect us. So as you can see, Kary, 40 attack times 6. So we're going to fast up both of our fighters, Beez and Boat. So, fast doesn't add just 1 hit, it actually doubles, I've noticed when I was using it. So I just thought it added 1 extra attack, but it actually doubles your hits. So now Beez and Boat will actually be getting 6 hits. So... And Kary, even though she's the Fire Fiend, she's not weak against ice. So you can just use any basic attack, elemental attack spell on her. So yeah, she's not going to take any extra damage from the ice swords. Another unfortunate thing about the swords not, being bugged like that. Nickel's doing some good damage there, getting some critical hits there. Yeah, you'll notice the Fire 2 not really doing much damage to Chip and Nichols thanks to the ice shield and the ice armor that they have. So yeah, it's really good that the ninjas get to use some of that low gear fighter armor, the elemental armor. So we defeat Kary, we step on the altar behind her. That clears the orb out and restores light to it. So there we go. The second orb has been restored. Now we're going to just head back to Corneria, just heal up real quick. And like I said, I'm going to go talk with that one dragon that I missed. They don't really give anything important, but just trying to show off all the dialogue that the game offers. So, one person who doesn't give any new dialogue, or a group of people that don't give any new dialogue, surprisingly, are the Circle of Sages. They won't give any new dialogue until after you defeat all the Fiends. So we will not be revisiting them. So let's just go to the Cardia Islands. So there's the big desert. This is the Mirage Tower. So a little over to the west, here we go. But it was the one on the far left. This one right here. I noticed when I was getting the treasure chest, I was like, oh shoot, there's a dragon up there, up top. Kind of hanging out there, hiding. Only the courageous ones bring back the proof of their courage. Well, that was us. And now Bahamut gotta go take that tail back. Let's go see if he has. Well, we won't do it this episode, but we will be returning back to the Castle of Ordeals there. So yeah, if you get it with the airship, you're gonna have to fly all the way over here. Park, remember, you can only land in grassy areas, except for there's that one tile. But I'll point that out a little bit later. But this is where we're gonna pick up in our next episode, and after that, we're gonna go to that other blinking light over there to the west of the Cardia Isles. It's the last town we haven't been to, so take care, have a good one, see you next episode. Bye!